Alright, so what's up guys? This is me back here. Yes, I believe I don't have to explain too much about who am I. Okay, so the last video, or should I say the last video, which is the first video I've posted this year. Yeah, I accidentally set a wildfire that is likely uncontrollable. Yeah, so recently I just recovered from the amazing comments, alright, from the video. So I'm forced to turn off the comment section for the video, right? So since I started fire there, alright, today will not I might or might not start a fire, alright. So today we're going to talk about something more um relaxing, not relaxing, something less arguing. Okay, so it's quite obvious, as you can see here, we are going to talk about Genshin version 4.4. all right, so let's talk about what 4.4 has to offer. Right, so first, 4.4 has a new area called Chenyu Vale. Okay, so Chenyu Vale has three parts: the Upper Vale, Southern Mountain, and Mountain Lysine. Alright, so there's also a new system in the area which is called Ranger Oblation. Right, so there's a total of 50 things you need to collect. So yeah, once you collect, you can just like sacrifice them. Something like the Sumeru tree. Not Sumeru, the Sumeru Pond. Okay. So there are also two new characters. One is a 5-star, one is a 4-star. So the 5-star is called Xian Yun, and the 4-star, yeah, the 4-star is called Gaming. Yeah, yeah, I know. Some people just call it gaming. Yeah, so just call it whatever you want. Okay. So next, here are the upcoming character posts. So the current one is obviously Xian Yun and um Nahida. Yeah, the two of them together. And for the next half, it will be Xiao and Yaimiko. Okay, so there will be new equipment, new weapon. Yeah, this is Xian Yun's signature weapon. Okay, so it's called Crane's Echoing Call. So this weapon, it's favorable for plunging teams or plunging characters, plunging supports. Yeah. Okay, so next we have new outfits. So this time, instead of like um one, they have two like new outfits. One is Ganyu's outfit, Twilight Blossom. One is Shenhe's Frost Flower Dew. Yeah, and another one is Xingqiu's Bamboo Rain. So instead of like last time where they like give you one 4-star and like give you one purchasable 4-star instead, this time they give two, right? So yeah, these are three skins. Xingqiu's one, I'm pretty sure you can get it for free during the limited time event. So for those who are a collector, make sure you finish the event and obtain the outfit, right? So there's also new main story quest, which is Xian Yun's story quest, right? Also with new enemies because it's a new region, right? So first we have the Shaman Beast, which is open world mobs, you can just fight them, and Solitary Swanee. So this is like a new world boss, right? Okay, so after that, after all that, let's go into what actually matters the most every time a new um update landed, right? So it is obviously, besides events, I believe most people will pay more attention on the character banners, right? So regarding about character banners, like this time it's quite obvious, like what, like who have like higher attention or potential value, right? So let's enter the state first. All right, so for this time, this banner, it's Xian Yun and Nahida. All right, so um two of them are like quite not fun and interesting characters. All right, but for those who don't have a Nahida, all right, I highly, strongly recommend you to pull for Nahida. Right? The reason is simple. Like why you should put Nahida, okay? I mean, let's take a look at the intro characters. Hold on. Okay, so here's our Dendro characters. Okay, first you have Kirara. Okay, second you have Yao. Third you have Kole. Okay, so these three are technically obtainable. Okay, but these two, all right, these two have a real big issue. All right, Kirara you can get it from gacha. All right, so this which technically means if you don't pull on a radar banner, or if you are so damn unlucky you can't get her, all right, then you probably don't have her. Okay, so next we have Yao Yao. So Yao Yao is obtainable, okay, through gacha. All right, so her biggest issue is her constellations. All right, so if it's same as Kira, right? If you want her constellations, you have to pull on a 4-star rate up banner. All right, so in other words means you might end up getting a 5-star you don't like, or you might not get her during the raid up because there's 3 raid up characters. Yeah. Okay, so next for Kole, you can get a copy of her. Alright. On when you clear like Abyss floor 4. Yeah. So floor 4, after clearing floor 4 chamber 1, you can get her for free. It's just a copy of her. But the biggest issue of all of this is they don't have enough like dendro of field duration. Right. I mean they are AoE, yeah. They Kole is AoE. Dendro main character is I mean Dendro Traveler is AoE. Yeah, but it's still not as long as like for the whole full rotation. So Nahida, that's why like Nahida is like the strongest in the whole Dendro element party. Yeah. So the fact that she is so strong is because besides she's a Dendro, she's a catalyst. Alright, the fact that you are a catalyst gives your team gives the character the potential to become a pilot or a driver. Alright, so this means that she can be the on-field like person and let the other off-field do their jobs. Alright, and her weapons are not too picky either. Alright, so let's talk about the weapon banner first. So Nahida needs a lot of EM as we all know, right? So for those who are thinking like I don't have a weapon, what should I do? Current weapon rate up is the weapon banner is one of the best banners I've ever seen. Alright. For 4-star, like first you have Sackbow. Alright. Sackbow is good on a lot of characters, alright, like Kole, okay, Diona, and let me see what else. Probably Fischl if you don't have any other options. Okay, next Sex Sword. I believe all of us know where and how this weapon is going. All right, it will be on Xingqiu R5 thanks to the refresh, so Xingqiu can instantly get back his out. Next, we have Sacrificial Fragments. So this weapon gives EM and refresh elemental skill. Even though Nahida's elemental skill doesn't really benefit from the weapon passive, but it benefits from the weapon main stats. Right? So Sacrificial Greatsword. So it's usable on multiple person, yeah, but there's always better option. Next, we have Racist Spear. I mean, Lithic Spear. Right, so this spear is more towards like Liyue characters and Liyue party members. Right, as this weapon passive skills on, like it gives you crit rate and attack, but in exchange your team have to like have Liyue members to like increase the passive. Right, so Nahida's signature weapon and Xin's signature weapon. Right, so technically that's why Nahida is actually worth pulling. Okay, first she opens up your team potential. Okay, so like for example, if you are forcing your if you are forcing yourself to build Kole, or maybe like Dendro Traveler, what's my yeah, if you are like forcing to build these two, like I know it can be quite hard to balance, like you need a lot of crit, crit damage, Yeah, so it can be a burden for multiple people. But for Nahida, this problem will be slightly less obvious, okay? Because like for Nahida, um, her kit, her talents, okay? So yeah, so this one, okay, the level 60 ascended one. So it says each point of her elemental mastery beyond 200 will grant 0.1 bonus damage and 0.03% crit rate to like to the elemental skill damage. Yeah, so up to 24% crit rate and 80% bonus damage can be granted. So in other words, that's why people keep saying like stacking 800 EM will be sufficient. Okay, but 800 is actually not best, right? In my personal opinion, it's not the best. All right, for reason you can just dig out my old video somewhere in my channel. Yeah. So yeah. So technically with that talent, you don't have to worry too much about damage wise and crit rate wise. Okay, I mean mine is scuff here because I literally just use her as a support. I don't really like build her sub DPS here. Okay, so this is my signature weapon. I mean, before I get this signature weapon, I was using this. Yeah, sacrificial fragments obtainable from current weapon banner. Alright, or if you still don't want to use it, okay, I remember there's a better option, the 4-star craftable one. I forget what's the name. Oh yeah, it's called Mapa Mare, but I didn't craft it, so yeah, I can't really show you here, but it's somewhere craftable when you're at the monster blacksmith. Okay, so her artifacts are simple too. Alright, so it's like 4-piece deep wood. Alright, what comes along with this artifact domain is another piece called Gilded Dreams. Alright, so what Gilded Dream is, it gives you a ton of EM and attack depends on your team formation. Yeah, okay, so for me, I'll be running this set because I'm building her as I'm building her as support. Alright. So yeah, that's technically it. So having a Nahida means your Dendro Traveler or your colleague, where's colleague? Yeah, colleague or your have like other chance to go to other party like to work there, okay? Because like Nahida alone can do many jobs that mostly other character can do. Yeah. Okay, so after talking about Nahida, we let's talk about the new 5-star character Xian Yun. Okay, all right. For Xian Yun, all right. So Xian Yun is a 5-star animal catalyst. All right. So she her main role in the team is a sub DPS and a healer. Okay, so how her kit actually works is actually pretty straightforward. Alright, so here are her normal attack scaling, plunge, charge, hit, everything. Okay, so her elemental skill, okay. So her elemental skill is like you can cast your elemental skill and after that you can do a plunge attack. Okay, so when casting an elemental skill depends on like whether you're doing quick tap or slow taps. So there will be different effects. So let me just do a small demo here. So if you do quick taps, you actually jump higher. Yeah, so something like this. You jump like this high. So she's extremely good for climbing high mountains. Like if you are at the mountain foot, so you can just like you just triple jump and you can just jump up. So for slow taps, you'll jump a lot more further. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So this is what how her slow tap, like how far you will go. So let me demonstrate how will you use her to like get over mountains. Yeah, so just something like this. Okay, so after using her elemental skill like this, okay, so if you do plunge attack, she'll have the special plunge, I would say. Okay, so what the special plunge like does is like it just deals 1 damage before you like unlock the level 20 Ascended talent. Alright, so if you didn't use the like Drift Cloud Wave, which is the special plunge attack just now, the next cooldown of the White Clouds at Dawn will be decreased by 3 seconds. So pay attention to the right bottom corner there, like here. Okay. Okay. So you'll see it decreases by 3 seconds if you didn't use the special plunge after a short amount of time. Okay, so this makes her like really good for open world explorations also, because you can use her like to get over long distances or to get over like high obstacle mountains. Okay, next we will talk about her burst. Okay, her burst is pretty straightforward. Okay, so the skill damage, like when you're casting a skill, there's an instance of damage. So there's a star weaker damage. There will be healing when cast upon, and there will be continuous healing. Alright, so the duration of the skill is 16 seconds, and her cooldown is 18 seconds with an energy cost of 70. Alright, so what does the Star Weaker actually do is, so the Star Weaker continuously follows the active character and periodically heals all nearby party members based on Xianyun's attack. So it's pretty straightforward. Just if you want to build her like a pure support, throw all attack on her. Right? If you want to build her like a support while making some damage, throw her crit rate, circlet, and just attack. Okay. So this elemental burst, Star Wicker, right? It starts with 8 stacks of adapted assistance. You can just assume this thing have 8 stacks. Alright. So when the stack is active, right, nearby active characters in the party member will have their jump height increased. Okay, so when the active character completes a plunging attack, it will consume 1 stack. Alright, and it deals AoE and more damage. Only 1 Star Weaker can exist simultaneously. Alright, so this means technically after like 8 jumps, okay, this effect will technically be gone. Okay, according to this. Because like I was playing like with this kid halfway, alright, and suddenly my character just wouldn't plunge anymore. Yeah. Okay. So after her kit, let's talk about her Ascension talent. Okay, so this is her level 20 Ascended talent. So each opponent hit by your elemental skill from like with the special plunge state will grant all nearby party members 1 stack of Storm Pinion for 20 seconds. Max 4 stacks. So what will the stacks do is, according to like how many times you cast your elemental skill and how many like plunging attack crit rate they will obtain. So for C1, I believe it's 8%. No, for C0 it's 8% at once. So after 10 seconds, you have like a short time where you can like cover over, I assume. Yeah, because it says like each like stack created by hitting an opponent has an independent duration. Right, so I think it is possible for you to hit 10%, because like all my plunging characters, their career is like probably 80 something. Yeah, like Xiao, mine is like 80 something. Yeah, so I don't really experience this kind of problem. Yeah, but it can be really good if you're combining with some other plunging characters like Gaming, okay, or a low crit rate Xiao, or maybe a Diluc. Yeah, depends on like how you want to play around using this kit. But what what makes her whole kit like so interesting and broken is actually this. Okay, so this is our level 60 Ascended talent. So this thing does is, when the Star Weaker created by the star skill that it does, which is an elemental burst, when it has a stack, alright, nearby active characters plunging damage shockwave will be increased by 200% of Xianyun's attack. Alright, so Xianyun's attack, not base attack, okay? So the maximum damage increase that can be achieved this way is 9,000. Okay, so I calculated this thing, so it's more like a direct add-on instead of like multiplying here and there. Yeah, so it's just like your original damage, just direct add on this damage onto it. Alright, each plunging attack shockwave damage instant can only apply this increased damage effect to a single opponent. Right.
Each character can trigger this effect once every 0.4 seconds. So this one is more to like insane buff but single target. So this kind of like help Xiao, okay, honestly, because like we all know that Xiao's elemental burst is like AoE, okay, insane AoE, but during single target, like this will slightly slack off, okay, because it's AoE. So with Xian Yun here, his problem can probably be solved, okay, as I tried before, like the plunge instantly became like what, 10,000, no, not 10,000, 100k, okay, or even more, okay, but sadly I don't have a C6 Horizon. If I have a C6 Horizon, it will be even more broken, okay. So next, let's talk about her weapons. So for weapons, because her energy cost is 70, so you might need to keep an eye on her energy recharge. So for me, I will be running Old Swan Eye. So this is a weapon that you get from the previous limited event, okay, which is the Enkanomiya one. So if you don't have this, alright, let me think of an alternate solution for you. Um, I would recommend Favonius Codex, okay. One is Favonius Codex, one is Sacrificial Fragments. Okay. So Favonius Codex gives you like a lot of energy recharge, and it also like generates extra particles if you crit. Okay. Meanwhile, Sacrificial Fragments like allows you to cast elemental skill, but I think this is like slightly hard to trigger. Yeah. I mean her elemental skill does like deal damage, but you need to like step on the enemy, which is like kinda hard to pilot and control. Okay, next is if you wanna like if you feel like you have enough ER, go for attack percent weapons like Scout Atlas. Okay. Or you can go for Eye of Perception. Alright. Or you can even go for Frost Barrier if you don't have a choice, or Flowing Purity. Yeah. Any attack percent weapon will work. Alright. Or worst case you can just Trading Tales of Dragon Slayer. Yeah. So that's the worst case. So that's all I think I can find alternative options to. Yeah. Okay. So for her artifacts, Okay. So for me, I mean, if you are building a normal support, just throw attack percent, attack percent, attack percent, and 2+2. Alright. But however, I also have a slightly like big idea, which is like giving her the where's the da 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 da. Yeah, the Songs of Day Past. Alright, so what this thing does is the 2-piece increases healing bonus by 15%. Alright. And the 4-piece it says when the equipping character heals a party member, the yearning effect will be created for 6 seconds, which records the total amount of healing provided, including the overflow healing. So when the duration expires, the yearning effect will become the waves of days pass effect. So when your active party member hits an opponent with a normal charge, plunge, or elemental skill burst, the elemental skill dealt will be increased by 8% of the total healing amount recorded by the yearning pass. The waves of days pass effect is removed after it has taken effect 5 times or after 10 seconds. Yeah. A single instance of the yearning effect can record up to 15,000 healing. And only a single instance can exist at once, but it can record the healing from multiple equipping characters. Equipping characters on standby can trigger this effect. So I actually have a big brain idea of like giving 4 pieces of this, but my attack percent will probably drop a lot because like currently I'm running like 18%. Yeah, so I'm not pretty sure yet. Yeah, so I have like I need to farm and actually do more testing, which is a burden. So for her artifact stats, so here are mine. You can do a slight reference. So attack percent double crit, attack percent double crit with some ER, double crit attack, yeah, double crit attack and crit rate. Yeah, so this is technically my build. So her build is quite flexible as long as you have like 18% attack or like 20% ER, like just usable global wide stats. Yeah, then you can throw it on her. Okay. Yeah, so that's technically it. So like 2 of these characters are interesting. Okay. Besides like Xian Yun is my bias. Okay. Like I really like her, that's why I put her. And besides that, I already have Nahida previously. Yeah, that's why I put her. Like even though I really like these 2 characters, but if you really have to ask me like who should I pull if I don't have both, I would just like ask you to pull Nahida. Alright, because like not to mention like Dendro is still in the lead, okay, ever since the release of Dendro. Yeah, so like if you are running into Abyss, you'll probably see like people clearing easily with Hyper Bloom's Virgin or maybe Bloom. Yeah, so that's how like good Dendro is. Yeah, so technically having a Nahida, you can just drive a team easily like with only 4 stars. So the most basic one I have like showed you all is actually Nahida. Alright, so if you have an item, you can put our item. So it's like this, this and this. Yeah, so this is like the basic Hyper Bloom team. So why would I put our item like instead of like double hydro? It's because I wanted the elemental resonance. So a quick recap on elemental resonance for Dendro. Alright, so it increases your EM by 50 after triggering Burning, Quicken, or Bloom. The whole team gains 30 EM again. Okay, and after triggering Aggravate, Spread, Hyper Bloom, or Burgeon, you gain another 20. So technically, if you like manage to trigger all, your whole team just get 300 Elemental Mastery. Yeah, so this is like the most worthy for my damage output opinion. Alright, of course you can go double Hydro, but I believe I don't have a Yelan. Okay, and I'm not, and if you're going to run like double hydro, your Nahida is going to be the one on field. Alright, because you need to like trigger Dendro. Double hydro is going to like overcover your Dendro, so you need to like trigger more reactions and for the Hyper Bloom to like trigger constantly. So it's like either you ever sing through Yelan, or you can put like me, but just don't put Alhitam. You can like put Dendro Traveler, or you can put like a Colley, right, for double resonance. Yeah. So yeah, this is technically like how it works. So for a Xianyun team, alright. So what I've been playing recently is Xianyun, Xiao, Zhongli, and where is it? Where is it? Where is, yeah. So it's technically like this. Yeah, so this is like my team that I play with Xianyun. Alright, so my Xiao can like have higher plunge damage, yeah. Not to mention like my Xianyun now is like just a normal plunge can do like what, 20 or 30k. Yeah, so that's technically it, like for those who want to understand like how these two characters work and like who should you actually go for. Yeah, so having an Ahida is like a really long term like stability for your account. Okay, well Xianyun is like open world exploration top tier. Okay, because like as I say, she can jump over very long distance. All right, and she can also like jump very high to like help you skip multiple mountain climbing. Okay, yeah, so in the end it still depends on like whether who you want to put. Like it's still up to you. Like for me, I'm just like providing advices. Yeah, for those who are like who are salty and whatsoever, like you're like you're like keyboard warriors, you are salty and you're technically everything. Okay, yeah, you can just ignore and do whatever you want. You can continue become your keyboard warrior. Okay, yeah, I will just continue and do my job. So for those who watch like all the way here, thank you for watching this video for the whole 30 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I actually hope this video actually helped all those like newbie players or those who like need to have a slight confirmation or slight advice to like who to put on banner. Alright, so last disclaimer, this advice is only for people who want to like improve their account or like make their account better. Alright, or they just want a 36 apiece, which is the like the final target we all like are doing before we actually 36 it. Okay, so for those who have your own ideas, aesthetics, you can go on and pull the character like whatever you want, like how I did for Yoimiya and Xianyun. Okay, so that's all about this video, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video. All right. So peace. Thanks.